You trying to get a rise out of me, and guess what? I have risen.
Hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody? You have now tuned into my Basketball Wives recap. Now, let me tell y'all before I continue, right? So I was going to do the regular love and hip hop. I did the notes and everything, but then I just thought about it, and I was like, this was all about Jocelyn. Like, I mean, yeah, it's a beautiful thing that there was a life created, but it was just like there wasn't really much I felt like that needed to be talked about in hip hop. Even though I took the time out to watch it and take notes, I'm like, it doesn't really make sense for me to do it. So I'll resume Love and Hip Hop next week. All right, so now let's get into this Basketball Wives recap. All right, so hey, shout out to Just Read My Book, honey. How you doing? Hope all is well. And it's nice to see you back. Masha Alberson was like, I just feel that Tammy feels some type of way about Evelyn and is just stirring the pot, using Jackie as a pawn to make Evelyn look bad. You know, that's definitely possible because, you know, she don't really like Evelyn right now. Both of them don't like each other. I feel like both of them is kind of using Jackie, and she's just like so easily manipulated. That's what I feel. So, all right, let's get into this episode. Guys, I got a little, my allergies are still bothering me, but we gonna do this. It's a little bit better than yesterday. So Jackie was calling everybody saying that she's a glamour, and ooh, let me tell y'all some tea before we move on. So let me get to this girl's page, right? So the homie John, he had sent me something on Instagram, John Taylor. He had sent me something by Takari, and how Takari, she started going in again about her mom. Let me see if I can find her again. So yeah, she was saying stuff like, what she said? That she really wished she could have been part of the time for Shaunie. Yeah, she said that. She's like, my kids do not recognize her. Laugh out loud. When I explain to them I have parents, they are shocked, especially my 6-year-old. He wants to meet her bad. So pretty much saying that they don't even know Jackie. She said, my mom was in Washington when I had my first child. She never came. She sent my grandma and sister. I hope she made it for Shaunie, though. Yo, like, she was saying a whole lot of stuff. She was showing some shade. There was some other stuff she had said, but I think she deleted it. But, yeah, she was pretty much saying, like, you know, her mom wasn't there for her and things like that. So, yeah, Takari be spilling the tea because she even said there that she had blocked her mom. The only way that her mom could see stuff about her is through the blog. She also had said that her mom never calls her, doesn't care. Like, she was going in. So anyway, so yeah, Jackie throws this glam up, or she's calling everybody, telling everybody that she's this glamour now. And it is kind of messed up because it's like, you had all these kids, like you had 4 grandchildren, but it's only now, it does seem like there's some type of favoritism, or maybe she's just trying to have like a storyline. Don, I just realized that my cabinet is open. I hate when my cabinet's open. It just like gives me anxiety, but I'm gonna try not to look over there. I'm gonna try to like just not focus on it. Yeah, so she feels, it does seem like, you know, kind of messed up. Like she has some type of favoritism with Shaunie. Maybe because Shaunie looks like her. I don't know why, but it does seem kind of messed up. So Shaunie brings up the fact that she doesn't feel like she's going to go. She was talking to Evelyn about this. She was like, she doesn't feel like she's going to go, or she's not going to go actually, because she just feels like there's been too much drama. And she says pretty much the same thing. There's been 4 grandchildren, and why is it that she's just like having this big party over this one, knowing that there has been so much stuff going on about her grandchildren and her children and stuff like that. She's like, she just doesn't feel right, and to be honest, she doesn't really care, and she doesn't want to go. And Evelyn, she doesn't want to go either, because she says pretty much the same thing. Like, there's just too much drama circulating around this whole situation. And she was just like, she'd rather bite her toenails at home. So that's what she's going to do. Well, I don't know if that's what she did, but y'all get the point. So then we meet this new girl. Her name is Christian. She is with a former basketball player. She's been dating him for 7 years, and she's not married to him. He's just kind of stringing her along, but they do have a 7-year-old, or no. I think they have, well, I don't know how old their daughter is. I guess I didn't write that part down. But yeah, they have a daughter, maybe either 5 or 7, something like that. So Jackie Christie, she was giving him like, well, she gave her like some kind of advice telling her that he's going to want to have sex all the time now because now he's going to have a higher sex drive because he's not playing basketball. He's not going to be as tired as he used to be. So he's going to be ready for her. So just be prepared, you know, get that busted wide open and be ready. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what she was telling her. I'm like, not everybody's the same. Like, you act like you know every basketball player. I mean, I guess you're giving her advice to keep her man so he won't go astray if he does get this high sex drive. But I just feel like this is what you did for Doug. Like, that doesn't mean that everybody's the same way. She's trying to get this girl sore, honey. Sore and walking funny. That's what she's trying to do. So now Tammy, she talks to her man Reggie. And she tells him about, like, the glamour party. And she wasn't really wanting to go either just because of the whole drama situation that she was having with Jackie. But he convinces her to go. He's like, you know, if you don't go now, it's just going to kind of build up more and more. And it's going to be worse when you actually do see her. So maybe you should just go and get whatever it is off your system. So she takes his advice because he's one of the few people that she actually listens to most of the time, as well as her kids. She said they kind of keep her grounded and keep her sane. So now Tammy, like I said, she does go to the party, but she ends up feeling kind of uncomfortable because most of the girls that was there, they're like young ladies. You know what I mean? Like, she's like 40s and they're like probably 20s, 30s, early 30s. Like, you know, they're like young ladies compared to her. So she's like looking like, okay, none of these people's in my age bracket. All right. Like, where Jackie get these friends from? You know? But she sits down, she chills for a little bit. And as soon as Tammy mentions Evelyn's name, that was like, cue. It's time to rock. It's time to go ahead and shine. You know, she just got into character and was like, yeah, maybe you should call Evelyn. Because she was like feeling some type of way that Evelyn didn't come. So she was like, yeah, maybe you should call Evelyn. And then she starts. So yeah, she felt like Jackie was being a bad friend because Evelyn was calling her crazy and all these names. And she kind of didn't really say anything. I mean, I see where she's coming from, and I see where, and I think that Tammy could be misunderstood. I kind of feel like she lets her emotions get the best of her, and when she's hurt, as opposed to showing she's hurt, she gets upset, gets angry, and gets like super emotional, but not like the emotional, like I'm going to cry and, you know, go in the corner and sob. No, it's like the I want to fight you because of my emotions type of thing. That's like her defense mechanism. So, yeah, she feels some type of way. And like I was saying, I feel like I understand why she feel that way because, you know, if you see your friend, I know if somebody was talking bad about me and my friend is just sitting there nodding her head and not defending me, not saying anything, or not saying at least like, let's not talk about that, or, you know, I don't really want to hear you talk about my friend or something along those lines that showed that you care about me, that you my ride or die partner, then I'm going to feel some type of way. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what Tammy was kind of demonstrating to Jackie. So yeah, Tammy started getting turned up and ready for war, honey. I mean, she was ready. Tammy, eventually, she straight up walked out and just was like kind of over it. She went out to smoke, and Christian, who just barely met her, was like going out to check on her and sympathize with her. But I'm like, okay, like, it's funny how she was agreeing with everything that Tammy was saying, but yet it was Jackie that brought Christian to the party. You know what I mean? Like, you're here for Jackie, but yet you're agreeing with everything that Tammy's saying, and you don't even know the situation like that. See, these people be mad phony. Like, they just go with the person that's stronger sometimes, or, you know, I just feel like, yeah, you want to show that you're relating to somebody. You want to let somebody, like, kind of calm down, but there are lines, you know, and I felt like that Christian girl kind of crossed that over, because she seemed like she was like going along with everything that Tammy was saying, you know. And if that was me, I'd have been like, well, hold up, didn't I invite you to my party and you going to side with the next person that you don't even know like that? That's how we living right now. That's how we do it. So yeah, as soon as that drama was kind of over, now here goes Kiana talking about she didn't realize that Elena was gonna be there. And that starts Elena up. So Elena's like, oh, I don't know if you got in your feelings or what it was. So then Kiana's trying to act extra big and bad. Like, I felt like she had an attitude in the last episode as soon as the girl was telling her about it. But I feel like she was doing the most. Like, she was doing a lot extra in this particular episode. And I think it's because all of the other girls was there, so she wanted to show out, you know? And I just felt like it was kind of unnecessary. Because first you was mad cool with her just because she mentioned the whole texting thing. Like, I feel like that's kind of respectful, you know? Just saying, like, all right, I was talking to him or I was texting him. At least she's not letting you find out on your own. She's trying to give you the heads up, which is the same thing that Tami and Evelyn are kind of having an argument about. It's like kind of the opposite, because Evelyn was kind of chilling, sitting in her face and didn't say anything until the last minute. It's crazy how, like, it's two different situations and none of the situations are ending up winning, you know, and they're so similar. But, my leg, y'all, my leg killing me. But it's kind of like the exact opposite. Does that make sense? I think it does, if you kind of think about it. So Jackie, she was just like, you know what? I'm over this whole situation. Like, she pretty much walks out of her little party that she was having, and she tells the ladies that she was out, and she walked out. She looks at Tammy. I guess she rolled her eyes because Tammy called her out, like, don't be rolling your eyes at me. And here they go again. They start arguing. Jackie starts with the waterworks, tells her that she didn't do anything and it wasn't like that. And, you know, Tammy was just kind of over her. She was just like, whatever. She doesn't really care. She's seen a little one tear drop down her eye and she's just like, that's not going to impress me. You know, I'm loyal. I'm about loyalty. That's what I'm about. And she's like, she's not with the drama. I'm like, Tammy girl, you out of all people talking about, I mean, the part about the loyalty, okay, all right, I get it. But you saying that you're not with the drama, now you know that's a lie. That is a lie. That was a bold-faced lie. So now Tammy, she wrote a book. It's about, like, how to be a mistress for your man or something like that, or a mistress in your relationship, so that the next chick don't become the mistress and kind of steal your man. So yeah, she was talking to her daughters about everything that went down at the party and stuff, and they just kind of want to, they kind of tell her to kind of not invite Jackie and just kind of keep it professional at this, because this is her event, you know. You don't want to bring ratchet to something that's supposed to be a business type of thing. So she's like, yeah, no, I didn't even invite her. She's not coming to this. Well, Jackie, she had met with Evelyn, and they had like a conversation just kind of going over what went down with Jackie and Tammy. And once again, I felt like that was a shady conversation. And at the reunion, if they do ever like end up being good again, I feel like at the reunion, that particular scene right there is going to cause some drama and some frustration within Tammy, because seeing how they was kind of talking about her again, and just kind of, and Jackie once again wasn't like defending her, wasn't really like doing anything. I just kind of felt like she was just going with the flow. And Evelyn kind of kept it pretty real with her, because she was like, the reason why she didn't go to the party is because she does feel like maybe Jackie dropped the ball and she doesn't want to admit it with her daughter. Jackie tried to say that sometimes she is estranged from her daughter, but she is her princess and her daughter's her queen and all these things. And I'm just like, well, that's not what your daughter thinks, apparently, because your daughter's saying a whole lot different things on Twitter. You know, like, and we seen it from the horse's mouth itself. You know what I mean? It's not like it's the blogs that are saying certain things or anything like that. So now it was time for the book signing. They have the book signing, and Miss Jackie Christie wants to make her entrance, even though she wasn't invited to this event. And she tells Tammy that she's proud of her. She apologizes for what went down, and I just felt like she was doing the most, and she just did it just to kind of show out in front of everybody. And Tammy, she just wasn't really feeling it. She was over it. She wasn't trying to accept the apology. She's like, you know what? Actions speak louder than words. And she said that she likes Doug. She has a history with Doug. She really doesn't know her like that. And she would feel bad, or she would never punch Doug's wife in the face. And, you know, Jackie was kind of taken aback by that. Like, wait, is she threatening me? What is this? You know, Jackie felt like she got all glammed up to come to her event, and for her to do that, that was messed up. But then as her kids come and get her, Tammy's kids, because they see that she's starting to get, you know, all riled up and everything, they come pull her to the side and they tell her, like, you know, you're doing it. Like, no, we need to calm it down, simmer it down, and let's go. So then when Jackie sees her leaving, she was just like being super extra and just like, oh, I didn't mean to make you leave your party. Let me, you know, and just like, bye, you know, just like doing the most. And that shows that you're kind of taunting her, and you really, at the end of the day, you don't really care. And I don't know, like, Jackie, she's just so up and down. Like, I don't think I could have been too cool with somebody like that. Like, that's one of those people you have to feed with a long spoon. That's what we would say. You have to feed them with a long spoon, because those are the people that might try to bite you. You know, they might try to, like, get you. You never know what they're going to do, so you got to, like, kind of be like this, you know, so that you don't get too close to them. That's the whole thing. But, yeah, that was pretty much the episode, y'all. Let me know what y'all think down below. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one.